Paul Gervase gets the call tomorrow. What things do you think you can hang your hat on the most? So tomorrow is today. Paul Gervase is with the team in Denver, and rumored there might be a roster move to get him in the game sooner rather than later at the major league level with the Dodgers. So welcome to Dodgers Daily. Casey Porter here. So excited to report on Paul Gervase, who is a young man the Dodgers just got at the trade deadline, who has an amazing journey to get where he's at. Let's dive in.
Well, it was crazy. My senior year of high school, I played my last game in the playoffs. We got beat. I was like, I guess I'm done. And D3 school, Pfeiffer University, they're my only offer. They said, hey, you can come here. We don't have scholarships, but you can come here and play if you want to. And I wanted to play, but my freshman year was pretty average, not very good. I was throwing like mid-80s fastball. I got hit a lot. My dad came up to me. He said, hey, like, you don't take this seriously enough. If you don't pick it up a notch and start working harder this summer, then we're done. We're not paying for this anymore. And I was like, that's fair. I mean, if Division III baseball isn't everything that I want my baseball career to be, so I started working a lot harder and jumped a lot in velocity. After that, I jumped a lot of velocity. I went back for the fall for Pfeiffer, and it was really expensive, and I felt like if I was going to get to the major leagues, which is ultimately what I wanted to do, I was going to need to go junior college route and then hopefully go to Division I.
Did you catch that? Paul Gervase went Division III out of high school, and it cannot be understated. The odds that are against a player at a Division III level to make a major league roster someday, the odds are monumentally stacked against Division I players at the highest level. We talked to Justin Dean a couple of weeks ago about those odds at the D2 level and the pride that he took in that. Well, how about the D3 level? So Paul Gervase has definitely beat the odds, but that's not where it ends. So he's at Pfeiffer University. It's a little bit too expensive because he's paying his own way. His dad challenges him, so he decides to get serious about it and go the best route to give himself the best chance to be a major leaguer. But he does not even go Division I at the JUCO level next. He goes Division II JUCO.
Transferred to Wake Tech. It was a lot easier to pay for. It was like in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is around near where I'm from. And so I worked at Olive Garden to pay for that, and then...
You paid your own way to that one too?
Yeah. And,
worked at Olive Garden to pay your way to play baseball in college?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then so that 2020 spring season got canceled, and I wasn't pitching good. I was walking a bunch of guys. And so thankfully I got an extra year of JUCO eligibility, and Wake Tech's coach, he told me, he's like, basically I can't guarantee you we're going to have a season next year. So I transferred to Pitt Community College, which is a great spot. I still have a ton of friends that I went to there. And
that's in North Carolina, not
yeah, it's in Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah, it's right next to East Carolina University. Yeah. They helped me a lot, just get in the zone and kind of helped my mentality a lot. And I started throwing really hard, and I got scouted a little bit professionally that year in junior college. Had a good year.
So Paul had dedicated himself. He was pitching as well as he ever had at the college level. Check out what happens next.
I emailed about 200 Division I schools, and about 15 responded. LSU was one of them. And as soon as they offered me, I committed. I wanted to play there. It's the best baseball program in the country, so I absolutely wanted to go play there. And then going there was a dream come true. I met so many great players. I had a great time.
So just to recap, Paul Gervase went to Division III Pfeiffer University. Then he went JUCO to Wake Tech, which was a Division II JUCO. Then he transferred to Pitt Tech. He emailed over 200 schools, only got 15 responses. Thank goodness one of them was LSU. He went to LSU, had a really good regional down there in Hattiesburg, Mississippi against Southern Miss, and eventually gets drafted. That's not where the craziness ends, though. Let's listen to his journey as a professional.
Being drafted was awesome by the Mets. I'm always grateful to them for giving me a chance. And then, been traded twice in the last about 380 days. So it's kind of a whirlwind in pro ball. And then I made my debut, I think it was June 21st. This year was the best day of my life.
In Tampa, right?
Yes, in Tampa at Steinbrenner. I flew from Omaha that
against
night.
Detroit, like the best team in the major leagues.
Yeah, and I grew up a Tigers fan. My dad's from Detroit.
Oh, really?
So that was pretty cool.
That was weird then, I'll bet.
Yeah, I ended up pitching against them. Did pretty well. I got there in the second inning. I had 20 minutes of sleep the night before and ended up putting a couple of zeros up there, so it was a great day.
Paul got drafted in the 12th round of the 2022 draft by the Mets. He worked his way up through the Mets system, eventually got traded to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, where he made his major league debut about a month and a half ago at Steinbrenner Stadium against his childhood team, the Detroit Tigers. Then after making his major league debut, almost immediately got traded at the deadline as part of the Hunter Fiducia trade to the Dodgers, and now here he is all the way from Pfeiffer University, Division III, with the Dodgers in Colorado. We will see if he gets some action at the major league level for the Dodgers. So that's who Paul Gervase is. Now let's find out what he is and what type of pitcher that he will be for the Dodgers.
Extension is what everybody always tells me about. I just throw the ball. I don't really practice getting close to the plate. I just throw it. Fastball is always going to be number one, and then my slider's gotten a lot better over the last couple of years just with my ability to command it, and then I've developed a pretty good cutter that I've started to use a lot more. And I mean, that's what I'm throwing, and just going out there and throwing strike one is the key for me.
So fastball, slider, and cutter is the mix for Paul Gervase, and I do have it confirmed with somebody in the organization. He has 7'6" of extension. I asked him that question. That's why you heard that in the first part of his response there, which means he is almost 52 feet away from the catcher at home plate whenever he's delivering the ball. It's like he's just handing the ball to the catcher. So that 93, 94, 95, it's looking like 100 plus to hitters because they have very much so less reaction time. So that's the mix. Let's learn about a little bit of his philosophy in terms of pitching. So do you tell your catcher literally sometimes just to set up down the middle?
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Just stay in the middle until two strikes.
That's absolutely awesome. Okay, so what things do you think right now you would need to work on the most if you became a major leaguer next?
I think my two-strike execution could be a lot better, which, I mean, it might sound ironic. I know I've struck out a lot of guys this year, but I think I can I need to be better getting my fastball up with two strikes and not hanging breaking balls, which I gave up a couple of homers when I was in the big leagues on not executed pitches. I think that's definitely the place I can improve the most. And then, I mean, I would love to throw harder, but I think my fastball's in a good spot. So I would say those two things are definitely the biggest ones.
One last real quick question here. I always hear that Tampa Bay and the Dodgers, they run things very similar from analytics and all that. Have you noticed a lot of similarities between the two?
Between Tampa and the Dodgers? No, not really. Okay. I think the Dodgers is more about getting the most out of your physical. This is from a guy who has a week with the Dodgers. So remember that. But I think the Dodgers is getting the most out of yourself physically that you can and throw hard, and then obviously you want to perform at the highest level. And then the Rays, it was all about dominating the strike zone. Yeah. Just throwing your best stuff in the strike zone, and if you get hit, you get hit. But if we're not giving them free bases, it's going to be hard for them to get 3 hits and score. So I would say it's two very good philosophies, and I think if you combine the two, which I think is going to help me a lot, it can be really helpful.
So maximizing all your physical abilities and all the stuff that you throw south to home plate, plus trying to figure out what stuff it actually is that you get in the zone the most, and most importantly, the stuff that you can get in the zone that can beat hitters as a strike. That's the game for Paul Gervase. That has been the process for him, and it's been very good. So that's going to be exciting to watch to see what stuff he can throw to home plate in the zone that can get major league hitters out if he does indeed get in a game for Los Angeles. So I hope you enjoyed our feature on 6'10" Paul Gervase, who is in Colorado with the Dodgers. And as always, you Dodgers dogs are the absolute best. And until next time, just one last reminder, it is a great day to be a Dodger.